A couple of questions
Sure.
about this part of the state. We've been looking at a bunch of towns in central Massachusetts, all of which voted for Trump. A lot of former mill towns. Some of them grew up in families that once upon a time voted Democratic. What do you think happened? What do you think why did those voters make that choice? And what do Democrats have to do to try to win them back?
Look, I think that a lot of people across Massachusetts and across the country are angry, and they are right to be angry. America is now a place where it works great for those at the top. Millionaires, billionaires, anybody who can hire an army of lobbyists, lawyers, boy, the world is your oyster. But for everybody else, the 90% of America, this government is just not working, this economy is just not working, this country is just not working. I think Trump recognized that anger. I think he tapped into that anger. The problem is he's just not delivering on any of his promises. You know, he promised to get out there and fight for people. But what he's done is he's packed his team with billionaires and bankers. Good grief, there are enough Goldman Sachs executives now in the White House to open a branch bank there. And now he starts advancing one regulation after another that doesn't help working families. It helps the rich and the powerful. And look at the healthcare reform. The basic bottom line on the healthcare reform is to cut coverage for regular folks, for hardworking people, to cut the what would be covered by their insurance policies, and do what? Give a tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires. You know, Donald Trump promised one thing, but boy, he's not only not delivering, he's not even trying to deliver.
But why this part of Massachusetts in particular? I mean, any ideas about that?
You know, I feel like part of what's happened in Massachusetts is that we have just underinvested in building a future. And it has hit some parts harder than others. You know, I'll do all three of them. The importance of investing in basic infrastructure, in rail and roads and bridges, in broadband. You can't have an economy that works in the 21st century without having access to state-of-the-art transportation and without having access to state-of-the-art communications. So the underinvestment hits really hard in the central part of the state. It hits really hard out in the western part of the state.